Hello, art students. I'm Miss Mars, and today we will create a meditating frog acrylic paint on canvas board. Now, this canvas board is 11 by 14 inches. You can get this at Michael's or Amazon or any arts and crafts store. They're very, very cheap because they're not wrapped around actual wood, and in fact, they're wrapped around cardboard. Again, they're really cheap, so you can easily find this pretty much at any arts and crafts store. So we're going to start with our materials. We will need a 11 by 14 inch canvas board, which this is. I'll show you the brand so you can see that, for those of you who are at home. Okay. We also will need a cup of water, a flat brush, and a small round brush as well. Okay, so that's what you'll need. A cup of water, and the acrylic paints you will need are violet, purple, black, white, green, and of course yellow. 6 colors. Let's begin. I'm going to start by making like a mound. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my round brush, bring it off a little bit, and I'm going to go into my violet. And starting at the end of my canvas, I'm going to measure maybe about here, which is 1 finger distance away from the corner. So from the inner part of your finger to here, just measure. Some of you may have longer fingers than others, but it's just to help you gauge where to begin, okay? And so we're going to come about more than halfway in the page, the upper half of the page, like there, as another marker. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come around, coming straight up, curve in, just like this. Come around, just like this. It's not that hard. Okay. Like that. Very simple. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to paint the frog's legs, and it's really easy. You're going to come from like the lower part of the frog, like about here. And you're going to come out. And then kind of come back in. Almost like a teacup handle or a mug, a coffee mug handle. Just like this. And come right back into that same point where you meet here. Okay? Doing good. So we're going to come back up to the top here on the right-hand side, and we're going to create a like circle shape like this at the top. Make it nice and round. You're going to do the same thing on the left-hand side, about the same size. Okay. Now, we're going to just paint in the entire inside of this frog, okay? So I'm going to take my flat brush now, and I'm going to go into that violet like we were just working with, and I'm just going to paint in the entire frog violet. That's the darkest purple that's on your palette right now. And we're going to color the whole entire frog violet. Or you can say burgundy. Kind of like the same colors almost. One's a little richer. Okay. Now, once we have this all painted in, we're now going to add a little of white to the center and some other, the other purple, which is the lighter color purple. So now that we have this in, I know it's still wet, but now we're going to work in our lighter purple. So picking up this purple here, you don't have to clean your brush. Just going to pick up some of that purple, that light color purple. And you're going to paint the center part of the frog with the light purple, getting a nice good blend in there. Okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to go into the little shape at the top with the purple as well. Yeah, right up in there, just a little bit. And we're going to let this dry just a little, okay? You can clean off your brush. And now we're going to work on the outer part of the frog. So using your wide brush, wide flat brush, and I have a wider one, so I'm going to just use it to get through this a little quicker. I'm going to pick up now my yellow, And I'm going to paint all around the frog. All around the frog, yellow. So I want the background to be nice and yellow. And if your brush gets a little tacky, just put it in the water and it makes that paint nice and fluid again, okay? Now try really hard not to overlap. Just come close to it, but don't overlap your color over your purple, okay? Be very careful. The flat brush is very easy to use. You just go around and it kind of keeps the straight line because it's such a like an angular type of brush that you can just work it and let the brush do the work for you. Just like you see me here as a guideline. Just like that. Easy. Yep, someone's calling me. And it really works when you're getting in all those like little crevices too sometimes, or little tight spots with the brush. Okay. Almost. So while we're doing this, our our frog should be almost dried. And then we can go in with the second color with him and then start our details and kind of just work through this painting. It's really cute and a little on the, I say, whimsical side. Okay, so now that we have our background in, we can clean our brush off. And now I'm going to take my large flat brush and I'm going to go into white paint, white. Make sure you clean your brush off. And I'm going to just kind of paint inside the inside here. Now, it's okay. I know it may still be kind of wet, and that's all right. I just want to create these painterly like brush strokes. And what I mean by painterly, a painterly style is when you can actually see the brush strokes. It's kind of done on purpose. It's not blended so well that the brush strokes kind of look almost airbrushed like. So you actually see that paintbrush stroke. And so I'm adding in some white and it's blending really well with my little strokes. And I'm going to go around to the eye area, just the center of the eye, just bringing it up there into this portion of the face, just like that. And then I'm going to come around here, just the top portion, and bring that straight up in there like that. Easy. And so I'm done. Now I'm going to clean my brush in water. My water is turning colors. Make sure I get all the paint out of there. Okay. Now taking your round brush, your small round brush, you're going to clean it. Actually, at this time, I would prefer to let this dry off. So now if your parents are home and you have a hair blow dryer at home with parents' permission, you can blow this dry. It should dry within like 5 minutes, or you can wait for it to dry. It usually may take up to 15 minutes to dry on its own, but acrylic dries fairly fast. So at this time, I'm going to pause the tape and you can dry your canvas and then we will resume. Okay, we're back. Now, like I said, your canvas should be dry, your paint should be dry, giving it some time to dry, whether you blew it dry with your parents' blow dryer with permission, or you let it sit. So now we're going to resume. So we're going to start with our small round brush now and go right into black. Right here, black. And we're going to make some of the details in the frog. So coming right here at the base here, we're going to just draw a line like this and curve it out and stop. That's it. And you're going to do the same here. Just like that. Now with light pressure, and I teach my students this all the time in class, that means you're barely touching the canvas with your brush very, very lightly, and that will create a very thin line. We're going to draw in the frog's eyes, and his eyes are closed. I'm going to start with the left-hand side, and just like almost in the middle of the eye, I'm just going to draw a line going right across, but I'm going to bend it and curve it just a little. So starting from the outside, I'm just going to come across and end it there. And come back just to thicken it up just a tiny bit in the center, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing again here. Starting here, curved line, and stopping about there. Remember, light pressure, and it keeps the line nice and thin. Good job. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw the frog's mouth using the same line that we did the eyes. We're going to start, I'm going to just move this to make it a little more comfortable for me. Right in here, below the ears, almost like an inch below, below the eyes, almost like an inch below the eyes. We're going to start here and end there. And we're going to just do a line going straight across. Dip your brush, just your tip into the black paint, and we're going to create a line. And it's going to be like a curved upwards, and we're going to bend down towards the corners because the frog is trying to meditate. And you're going to see why he's wearing this frustrated frown in a second. All things will be revealed. So just follow my lead. And there goes his mouth. And of course, it should be bending towards, downwards towards the ends, almost like a slight frown. Okay? And on both sides, you're just going to make a little hash mark, just one, like that, to complete his mouth. Very simple. It's cute already. Now, he's meditating. So now we have to paint, sorry, his fingers. And this is how you'll do that. Right here underneath the mouth on the right-hand side, we're going to make a curved line, actually an angled line slanting down and then slanting up. So almost like the letter V. So this is down and this is up like the letter V. Just like that. Now, at the end of the V, you are going to make the letter C. So just like this, make the hand open nice and wide. So that's 2 fingers. And I'm going to make a little ball at the end of this one. Slight little ball. Make it a little bulbous at the end. So that's 2 fingers there. And then I'm going to create another C shape, several C shapes actually, within the C. So now I'm going to come around again and create another C, and come around again and create a smaller C. So now, I could put little balls at the end of those fingertips. It looks like he's holding his hands out. And I want to bring this around just a little bit more to kind of close the C a little bit more, just like that. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Coming an inch down from the mouth, we're going to come out, slant down like to make a letter V on the side. Just like that. Perfect. Now we're going to create a wide C. Well, it's going to be a backward C. So if you were writing the letter C backwards, this is what it should look like. Now, just like you did here, we're going to make 2 other small C's. So starting from the upper thumb here, come around, make another backward C, and then one more, a smaller one. And bring these kind of close together, almost like they're almost touching. Oh, this frog is meditating. Just like that. Cute. So now, since we have black on our brush, what we're going to do is go back into the black, and we're going to create the flies that are actually driving this frog crazy. So right here, I'm going to do a little black dot there. And maybe one right here. Just like that. Now I'm going to clean my brush thoroughly, very well. And I'm going to go into my white paint. And I'm going to create the wings. Nothing too fancy on both sides of my fly. And try not to touch the black because it's wet. Again, these painterly strokes are very suggestive. Okay, so now we have these two flies above. We're going to clean our brush. And we're going to go back into the black. That's right, go back into the black. Add a little bit, a tiny bit of water on your brush into your black paint to make that paint nice and fluid. And we're going to create these like little, I would say like dotted lines, as if the flies are just kind of flying around. So I'm going to start here at the top of the page, and I'm just going to make these little quick dashes going around in a loop-de-loop type of manner. And I'm going to end it where the fly is, just like that. And I'm going to do the same thing here, starting here. I'm going to make some dashes coming out. Maybe make another loop-de-loop here. And there you have it. Okay, so now these flies, they are just driving this frog nuts while he's trying to meditate. And so now we're going to just make some quick details here. I'm going to take my round brush, clean it, and I'm going to go into the dark purple again, which is the violet, the dark violet, and I'm going to make these spots, some like circle shapes here, and just kind of place them, make some small, make some big, and just place them in the middle of his chest area. There you go. Yeah, make a bigger one here. Small one there. And now I'm going to pick up the purple, the light purple, reestablish some circles there. Maybe some on the side. Looks good. And a little bit of white. And add it to that light purple just to give it some emphasis. Okay. Clean your brush. And with that little bit of green, because we didn't really get a chance to use it, I'm going to take my green with my round brush, and I'm just going to create some like little designs here. So I'm going to create some circles there, maybe one here. Make it really cute and whimsical. Put some here. I'm not being so super perfect with it, but you just want to make some circles. Get them as solid and nice as you can. I'll put one there, give it some balance. Oops. Anywhere else? Maybe here, one small one, small one, small one. Small one here. So this frog is trying to be in perfect harmony. And these flies just will not give him a break. That is probably until he eats them. But in any case, your painting should be complete. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. And have fun. Thank you. Bye.